When the safest option is launching yourself off a 2-story balcony, you know you're in the wrong line of work. G'day guys, Holy Critics signing in. Intrigue is an old-school Cold War spy thriller that trades flashy gadgets for quiet tension and hard choices. Scott Glenn plays an intelligence operative sent across Europe to track down someone from his past, and the deeper he goes, the murkier the loyalties become. It's the kind of slow burn espionage story that feels uncomfortably plausible, and that's exactly why it sticks.
Watch the ball! Not in there. No hitter, no hitter. All right, come on, pitch. Let's do it. We need a runner here. Throw one in there. Throw one in there. Got it. Run it out. Come on. Back him up. Let's go. Second base. Come on. Back him up. Don't worry about it. Okay, let's go. Play ball. Second base. Come on, stay awake out there. Bear down, people. Bear down. Let's get this bum out. Come on, wake up, everybody. Come on. Settle down, baby. Hey, Jimmy, move left.
Got it.
Hey, it's okay. Good try. Good effort.
Enfin, qu'est-ce qu'on fait alors?
Okay. There's a runner on first, nobody out. So, the ball hits to my side of the field. You cover second. What? If you get the ball at all, just throw it to me, okay?
Aye, mon capitaine.
All right, this guy's a stiff. Let's get him out of there. Let's get this bum out of there. Where's the second, people? Let's go. He's a bum. Get him out. Second base. Come on, bring it in. Come on, we got him.
You okay?
Ça va?
What's going on?
Oh, c'est pas vrai.
Schuster, take second. No, play short. We'll have to play with two outfielders.
Hey, nothing personal, man.
Let's do sneakers, will you? Hey, don't worry about it. It's all part of the game. Just gonna get it cleaned up, okay? Huh?
You're okay, man?
Yeah, I'm fine.
All right.
All right, let's play ball.
Who's up?
Come on. Let's get back into it. Come on. Settle down, babe. Settle down. Watch it, boys. Fine. All right, let's move it.
Base hit. John, you're
Whoa.
up.
All right, here we go. Out of here. Nah, no way. Right.
L'hôpital, vite! Parlez-moi. You speak English?
Yes, I do.
Pardon me. I've just been poisoned. In about 30 seconds, I'm going to have a massive coronary. Call 6, write it down. 66143. Ask for Dr. Lefebvre. Tell him you have a code 12. Have a cardiologist.
Comme le Lefebvre, il est en route. Attendez 2 secondes. Je sais pas. Température numéro 2. Vas-y.
Soviet diplomats told me that the atmosphere in Moscow is very optimistic right now. The prevailing attitude is that this summit will finally result in a treaty that both sides can rightfully feel proud of. The United States team has yet to arrive in Geneva. The Secretary of State is in Washington receiving last-minute instructions from the President. The Undersecretary is in Brussels for final briefings with NATO personnel. I did manage, however...
Welcome to Brussels.
You've got a hell of a way of saying hello.
What are you doing in my place?
I'm waiting for you. O'Brien had your keys at the office.
Never trust an Irishman.
They treat you right at the hospital? You look fit enough. Sorry I didn't get around to see you. I just got so pushed up with all this official jazz. You know, pressing the flesh with all that NATO brass. I want to see what we're leaking just before the summit here. What's this?
Chicago Cubs.
You a fan? I never could understand rooting for a team that always finishes in last place.
There's a high drive. Deep left field.
Yeah, it depends on your point of view, dog.
Listen, I need you to get into the loop on something as soon as possible. There's a job that's got your name written all over it. 2 days ago, the State Department received an encrypted message from Moscow. Buzzer Higbee wants to come home. We would like you to get him.
Why do we want him?
Well, we'll talk about that in a minute. What I need to know right now is whether you are in or out.
I wonder what game Buzzer's running this time. Higbee betrayed every friend he ever had. So what could make him want to come out? I'm in. Any follow-up on that guy who tried to take me out in the park?
Well, I had the computer analysis section reference all your case files. Their conclusion is biographical prejudice.
An English target.
That's an attempt for personal reasons.
Come up with any names?
No. It'll take some time to sort through the list. You've made some choice enemies over the years.
Biographical prejudice.
Higbee made contact through State. State considers this their party, which is why we have to go through Undersecretary Estabrook. Now, Estabrook happens to be here because he's briefing NATO before the summit. So you're also going to be working with his Chief of Staff, Walter Merriman. Now, Merriman is a phenomenal workaholic, and he's unbelievably bright. We used to play squash together when I worked for State, so we're friendly. But even so, this is the drill. We listen politely. We smile in all the right places, even if at the moment we don't agree. All right. So let's go. Estabrook is going to be a key figure at the summit. I think he knows more about NATO's strategic capabilities than anybody else on our side of the table. My sources say the president trusts him. What was that?
It's 12 o'clock.
Fine.
Doggett.
Merriman. Good to see you.
And you must be Crawford.
How you doing?
Sorry to keep you waiting.
So how's it going?
Just when I think we've covered every base, men will come up with some new proposal he thinks the Soviets might throw at us. I haven't been getting a lot of sleep, if that answers your question. Come on up.
No, nothing's come through yet. Look, talk to Saunders at NSA. I don't care how you do it, but I need those projections when I get to Geneva. Okay. Crawford. Leonard Estabrook.
Pleasure, sir.
Good to see you again, Doggett.
Good to see you, sir.
Sit down.
You wanted to review that cable traffic before we sent it out in 20 minutes?
Oh, thanks for reminding me, Walt. All right, I'll get right to the point, Crawford. The only thing that bothers me about this operation is your history with Higbee. I don't want any personal problems to jeopardize the success of this mission.
Won't be a factor, sir.
Well, you better be damn sure, mister. Doggett pushed you for this assignment because Higbee recruited you. You worked together for a certain number of years, and you know him better than anybody else in the company. Now, I'd rather go with a complete stranger than someone who's going to land behind the Iron Curtain and suddenly find that his concentration is lagging because he can't stand Higbee's guts. That's how people get killed.
Yes, sir. I said it won't be a factor.
Okay. Now, about the timetable. We want this pulled off in 5 days, in time for the summit. Higbee indicated that he has information that might be very useful to us at the negotiating table. Help us verify the Soviets' figures?
Yes, sir. You want me to bring him to Geneva?
Absolutely not. No, we want him back in Washington, where he can be properly debriefed under absolute security. His repatriation will be our little secret.
Where do you want me to make the grab, sir? Moscow?
Bucharest. He'll be there in 3 days for some kind of KGB conference. You're working on the operational details, aren't you, Doggett?
Yes, sir.
All right, then that's it. Any questions? You don't have much time. Better make use of it. Good luck.
Thank you, sir. We'll get it done. This is the last surveillance we have of Higbee, taken 2 months ago by Moscow Station. We've come up with a good cover for you. The Alabama State Opera Company is traveling to Bucharest as part of a tour of Eastern Europe. You'll be with them as cultural attaché. It's up to you how to make the grab, but the timing of this is very delicate, coming right before the summit. Plausible deniability is paramount. Embassies, all official channels of communication are absolutely off limits to you. Bottom line on this one, Crawford. We get you in, you get yourself out. Good luck, guy. Just wait right here. I'll see if I can speed us through customs.
Purpose of your visit?
I'm the U.S. Cultural Attaché from Brussels, and I'm here with the Alabama State Opera Company.
Halo, molimo své putníky do Beograda, dorazí se svými poslušima v 7. brány. Avion dorazí v 10 minut. Halo, žádáme všechny cestující do Bělehradu, aby se dostavili ze svých pasy a zavazali k 7. bráně. Letadlo odlétává ve 30 minutách. Molimo gospodina Branka Mitroviča z Zágreba na telefonní rádi informaci.
Open up.
Herr Karl Miller hat einen dringenden Anruf. Meine Information. Bitte melden. Herr Karl Miller.
Passport.
I'm the U.S. cultural attaché. I'm here with an opera company from the States.
What is this?
It's shaving cream.
Show it.
Gospodin Branko Mitrović iz Zagreba mora da telefonira informacije. Molimo gospodina Branka Mitrovića iz Zagreba da telefonira informacije.
All right.
Thank you.
Dining room closes at 7. Elevator stops at 8. Welcome to Bucharest, the Paris of the East.
We get you in, you get yourself out.
Gotcha.
You're a good boy, Crawford. These will warm up a few winter evenings.
How's Andre?
A fool, like always. But at my age, who thinks of divorce? Your daughter?
A freshman in college.
Oh, my God. When did you last see her?
3 years.
We're all getting old, Crawford. Big changes since I saw you. Perestroika. It's all right to make money now. Soon I won't need your black bag jobs.
Oh, gee. And here I thought you did it all for democracy.
Cut the crap now, darling. I've arranged the transport and the house. Who are we getting out?
Need to know basis, Sophia.
Washington, double talk. I deserve better from you.
This should soothe your ego.
The way to a girl's heart.
Open.
Puccini. Cherie. We're going to need another one of these, my friend.
Да?
Бутылка водка. 118.
Да. We're on.
Только сопрано пил. No tak. Jest aresztowany.
Hey, Trevor.
You say, kid.
Get changed. Out the back. Get back in the car, Sophia.
You bastard!
There's no reason to tell you.
Of course not. Because you knew I wouldn't agree to help. It sickens me. Helping a man who betrayed an entire network. 9 agents.
That was yesterday.
It's not easy for you, is it? 6 have died now. Prison, mental hospital, Siberia. I don't forget. So you don't either. Katya's alive. Last I heard. I don't know where. She loved you, Crawford. Doesn't that matter?
What's our problem?
Полковник Рошков, пожалуйста, поймите. Я считал его своим другом. Как я мог подумать?
На каждый пропускной пункт в аэропорт железнодорожную и автостанцию.
Если вы знали, как мне жаль, что это все так получилось. Вы знаете мне. Если вы знали, как мне жаль, что...
Buzzer? Yeah. Need some central heating around here. What do you want?
Where?
Oh. You haven't got this in plaid, have you?
Come on, let's go.
All right. Cheddar cheese.
One with a hat.
Terrific. Yeah.
Put your shoes on. We're leaving 10 minutes.
You know, I'm surprised you're still at this, Pally. I would have thought you would have gone into private security by now, something a little more enterprising. What the hell happened to intelligence while I was gone? These are too small.
We're barefoot.
You know, little Miss Sunshine, I think I've taken about all the crap I'm going to take from you.
I hope you rot in hell.
It's enough, Sophia. Pack the car. Kid, you're losing it. You used to have a great eye for broads. Where did you find her? You wouldn't have anything to drink around here, would you? Oh, it's great being on the same side with you, kid. It's great. Wonderful. So what's the game plan, kid? Let me in on it, will you? We're heading for Yugoslavia, aren't we? Okay, have it your way.
Previše riskantno.
Zato dogovorim. Puno novaca.
Ćemo napravimo novu.
Clockwork operation, huh? What happened to you guys while I was gone? You forget how to pull off a covert retrieval?
Prije reći. I nagodba i nagodba.
Ćemo napravimo novu.
He wants more money.
He wants more money.
Će ne platiti,
What
ne
else
vazi,
is new?
neće. Će vozi. Ćemo napraviti novi pogodba, je.
Double youth.
Ma beši, bre. Hoće ne. Ajde. Može.
You want trouble? You just found her. Get in the back, Buzzer.
I see you, Prophet.
boots. Look at your shoes.
Стой! Вот, уехали. Пропуск. Пропуск. Давай. Давай, пойдем. Есть. Что мне делать? Иди сюда. Почему? Хорошо, стуки.
Петр!
Да.
Подъем!
Хорошо? Да. Ром, тяжело. Давай, пойдем. Давай. Да, все, решайся. Давай, я не готов. У вас есть пропуск? Давай!
My egg-sucking brother-in-law barred my boots screwing them. So I thought I'd do the same to his best dress shoes. Yugoslavia. Walk in the park now, kid. What are we going to do now? Hike it all the way to Washington?
Nah, swim.
You're a lot of laughs these days, kid.
Keep walking, Buzzer. We got a bus to catch.
Come on, ease up. It was 10 years ago, and it wasn't personal. Show me a little daylight, will you?
Save it.
Товарищ Рыжков!
Говорит Рожков.
Слушаю, Рожков. Что вы нашли?
Он в Югославии.
Вы ходите за ним, да?
Да.
It was a retirement plan. That's all it was. What did I have to show for 35 years, putting my butt on a line? Nothing. That's what. I had to look out for myself. Who else was going to? Things just got too hot to handle. By the way, I never did thank you for tipping me off.
I didn't tip you off. I told you I heard a rumor somebody in the company was running guns to North Africa. I didn't know it was you. Any more I knew about the Colombian connection or the Swiss bank accounts or all the rest of it. If I'd known you were going to defect, I'd have handed you over to Washington myself, in pieces.
My options were limited, kid. Sanchez had a price on my head. The Algerians were after me. There was no place I could feel safe, and the Russians were glad to see me.
Yeah, for a price.
I didn't want to give him Katya, but I had to give him something. I couldn't show up in Moscow empty-handed. You'd have left her anyway. What was that? I said you would have left her anyway, or she would have left you. That's always the way it is, isn't it? What are you trying to tell me? She was the one great love of your life?
If you mention her name again, Buzzer, I'll kill you.
What do we do when we get across the Adriatic? Come on, kid.
There'll be a small plane waiting for us outside Venice, okay?
Uh-huh. Not the way I would have done it. Espresso. Fantastic, per favore. That's all I need is this cold rain.
Breaking my heart. Be right back. Excuse me. I wonder if I could borrow your paper.
Oh, you're an American. Sit down.
No, I'm with somebody. Thanks. You guys married?
Oh, on our honeymoon.
Yeah, I could tell. No, I just want the sports section. Come to a big series with the cars this week.
Oh, you from Chicago?
Yeah.
Oh, here, take the paper.
Thank you.
Я не знаю, ничего. Вас тебя запросят? Нет. Он рассказал нам все, что знает. Да. Хорошо. Да, одну минуту. У тебя есть карта Италии. Продолжайте. Да. Так, вот это.
Charlie 1 Bravo, second floor secured. Proceed, blue route. Car is waiting.
This way, Mr. Undersecretary.
Peace, please.
Thank you. I'll certainly try.
Len! Subject down. Need emergency evac.
Get an ambulance, for God's sake.
What the hell's going on down there?
Non hai sentito la cosa sì. Proprio impossibile.
Why'd you do it, Buzzard?
What?
That line about retirement plans. I don't buy it.
What does it matter?
You brought me into this.
Yeah?
Every day I'm out there, I use something you taught me to stay alive. I want to know what happened.
What does it matter anyway?
Because I don't want it to happen to me. You had friends that would have laid down their lives for you. I was one of them.
Come on, kid, what do? We lie, steal, bribe, kill.
Can't afford the ticket, don't take the ride. You taught me that.
Maybe I was wrong. You ever think of that? You ever consider that you might be wrong?
Sometimes you have to fight in the dark. That's how it is in the real world. That's where I served my country. That's how I feel. I thought you felt the same way.
Yeah, I did. I don't know what happened. I just couldn't cut it anymore. I had to get out. I wanted to make a few deals. Have some money, a little cushion. Nobody would get hurt. I never thought things would turn out the way they did. Anyway, what does it all mean? After everything, what it comes down to is some doctor telling me that I've had it. I've got inoperable cancer. Dying fast, kid.
So what's this? The last shot of redemption?
I wish it was. I know I said I might be able to help Washington at the summit, but the fact is, I don't know anything.
You're a real piece of work, man. You know that?
Ah, kid. It's out of our hands now. They don't need us anymore. It's all satellites now, computers. Artificial intelligence. Beautiful. Now and forever. All I want to do is go home. Eat a hot dog. Maybe see the leaves change one last time. You think they'll let me do that, kid? Small plane waiting for us. I think we're as good as home now, kid. You did it.
I'll check it out.
Attenzione, la signora Simonelli, signora Antonia Simonelli, è pregata di presentarsi all'indicazione.
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno. It's Crawford.
Crawford, look, I've got to keep this line clear. I'm expecting a call from Washington, a lot of heavy calls. There's been a zoo around here since Estabrook died.
Esther? He's dead?
He collapsed right before leaving for Geneva. He had a blood clot or an aneurysm or something. Everybody's in a state of shock right now.
The summit's still on?
Starts in 48 hours. But Washington, in his usual paranoia, wants me to make sure there wasn't any foul play. Though what they expect me to do exactly, I'm sure I don't know. Now, look, I have a priority message for you, so I'll transfer.
Wait. Hang on. I got a problem here. I'm in Venice. I got the goods. Need all of the transport right away.
Crawford, I have a top-level directive waiting for you with State Department scrambled relay.
Dog, at your control. I need help.
What do you expect me to do, Crawford?
Your job. Get me the hell out of here.
Crawford, my instructions are very explicit. When you call in, I'm to hand you over to State. Now, I am transferring you.
Dog it? Hello? Who is this?
Crawford, this is Walter Marin, acting under secretary. DCI have issued a new directive. Lose the merchandise. Permanently. Understood?
Crawford?
Understood?
Yeah. yeah, understood.
What's the story, Buzzer?
What?
You know. What makes you so important all of a sudden?
You're not making any sense, kid.
The Russians know we'd be at the airport, huh?
How would I know? Must have been a leak from your end. You mind letting me in on what's going on? Oh, yeah. Washington switched gears on you, huh? What did they tell you? I was a double agent? I'd have to work awful fast, because longest estimate I got from the doctors was 6 weeks. What did Washington say? They want to throw me back?
They want me to kill you.
There it is, kid, your golden opportunity. Huh? That's what you've been waiting for.
Shut up, shut up. Something stinks. The Russians want you back. The Americans want you dead. It doesn't make sense. If you're worth something to them, you ought to be worth something to us, too.
Yeah. And if that's true, then the laugh's on everyone, because I don't know anything. In Moscow, they gave me an office without a telephone. You talk about a hero's welcome. I lived in the worst section of the city, a 5th floor, a 5-story walk-up, no central heating. High point of my life was getting a little extra beef every now and then. I had to endure the intimacies of the butcher's 200-pound wife to get that. I wasn't even a tiny cog in the machine. I was a used part.
Yeah, but we're missing something. We're missing something, because we're stuck in the middle of this thing.
All right, then let's add it up. There's a leak. Where exactly and how high up?
I don't know. I know one thing. The Russians are going to be here any minute.
May I have your invitation, please?
Oh, Adriana.
No invitation. Sorry, you have to leave.
Friend of the owner.
No, you're not.
Eccezionale, Adriana, davvero.
Grazie.
Dove l'ha trovato quello?
Sei stato molto gentile di venire, grazie.
Arrivederci.
Ciao.
I need a place to stay, 24 hours, maybe less.
No, absolutely not.
It's important.
Yeah, it's always important, eh?
È incredibile, veramente eccezionale.
Auguri a Giorgia, eh?
Adriana.
I waited for you in Florence. 3 days.
If I was wrong, there wasn't any excuse, but it's been 2 years.
So, you didn't call me to explain, to ask me how I am?
So, how are you?
Your friend is ill.
Yeah, he needs to rest. Just 24 hours, I swear.
One day. Un giorno.
You're an angel.
I'm an idiot.
Where you going? Fishing. Get some rest.
Kid. I'm never gonna be able to pay you back.
Hey. Get sentimental on me, Buzzer. The reason you're alive is purely professional. Roscoe. 1 hour. San salute. Understand? You understand? Huh? Good.
Grandeur or decadence? What do you see, Prophet?
I see both.
So you look well. Brussels must agree with you, huh? Venice has gotten so expensive. How much they give you, daily pay? What is daily pay?
Per diem?
Yeah, per diem. How much they give you?
Not enough.
For you, maybe. It's more than us, I can assure you. You know, we have to pay for our own dry cleaning. Can you believe that?
Cutbacks all over. Only ones that wind up ahead are the bean counters.
Who, what?
Bean counters. You know, the scuzzy little accountants that sit back in their offices, try to look good at our expense.
The bean counters, that's
Yeah.
good, yeah. We have them, too.
I bet you do. You still have the little cabin by the lake.
Kamadasha? Oh, yes, oh, yes. Things don't ever get that bad.
So, Higby. Yeah. I mean, why would Moscow take their best agent, put him on the trail of a worthless defector? Just an old man who wants to go home to die.
Come on. I get my orders, I do what I'm told, same as you, except I have to pay for my own laundry. Come on. I don't know everything.
You are a full colonel in the 9th Directorate, 2 steps away from the Politburo, and you do know everything.
You have kidnapped a Soviet citizen. A gross violation of international law. Yes. Yes.
Anything you say. You know, they want me to kill him.
Then perhaps you should.
You knew that, didn't you? You knew my orders.
What? Come on, what now? You don't make any sense, my friend.
Right. Look, tell your employers I'm going to get him out.
You don't know the game this time.
Better start thinking harder, pal. Because the Russians want you in the worst kind of way. I just had a little talk with the opposition. They know about my new orders.
That means they've got somebody in Washington.
That's right. They want you stopped. Why?
I don't know.
Think. Look, when you were in Russia, did you see anything you weren't supposed to see? Hear anything you weren't supposed to hear? Anything?
I don't know.
Come on, man, you're the key. The answer's in your last 10 years in Moscow. It's gotta be.
Tired.
You can't bail out in this one, Buzzer. Look, we can't stay here any longer. Because if the Russians don't get us, the company will. Hey, I'm operating against orders, pal. Against all procedures. Look, we don't come up with some answers fast. Somebody's gonna hit us real hard. You gotta think. And just keep thinking till you come up with something, all right?
Okay.
He's very charming, your friend. You had a good talk about Quattrocento painting. But he really should see a doctor.
I know.
So, what are we going to drink to?
How about to seeing you again?
No. Crawford, you got to do better than that. I can't accept that from a man who can bear to be without me for 2 years.
You want honesty?
Poco. Sì.
It really is good to see you again. To the folly that drives men away from those they should never leave.
Total bull. So, tell me, what kind of trouble you in? You kill someone? Oh, but of course, that is perfectly normal in your kind of work, huh?
You know, Italian communists are hardly in a position to throw stones, Adriana.
You make fun of my politics? At least I care about something. What do you care about, Crawford?
Right now,
Crawford. Yeah?
Not here.
All right, hang on.
I'm sorry, kid.
What is it?
Take a look.
What am I looking at?
Walter Merriman.
Yeah, Walter Merriman, so?
I met him just once when I first went over. In the Kremlin.
Wait a minute. What are you telling me?
He's one of them.
Walter Merriman? This guy is high up in the State Department. You're telling me he's a Soviet agent?
You can bet that Estabrook didn't die of natural causes.
You're sure of this? We're going to Geneva. Pack your bags. You better not be wrong about this.
I can't wait to sit at the bar at the Hay Adams again. 14 red leather stools. Smoke mirrors. Bartender Jimmy. Martinis. Silver bullets. The best.
I'm sorry, bud. No more leather bar stools. They remodeled the Hay Adams.
Hell. Not gonna make it anyway.
I never known you to give up on anything.
Not my choice this time, kid. What I deserve, huh? No sympathy for Higby. None given, none taken. I've never been a hypocrite. You gotta give me that at least.
No arguments there.
And we had some great times, didn't we? Oh, 10. Berlin. 10 years. Those were good times. Tell him I was sorry. Tell him that. You got a pen?
Yeah. What's this?
Bank of Zurich, unlisted account. Come in handy someday. No good to me anymore.
Just gonna have to turn it over.
Name a building after me. How do you keep at it, kid?
Yeah, you know, I just try to remember what it's all about. Mainly, I get this picture of my kid at school. And I never even been there. But I see her walking across campus with some of her friends, laughing. And it's a chilly New England afternoon. Leaves change. And there's a football game that weekend. And then a party afterwards. And I wonder what boy she's gonna meet. What classes she's gonna take. And I hope to God she gets to grow up and have her life before we blow it all up.
Mr. Merriman, you feel you can play the same role here at the summit as that of your late predecessor?
I can't pretend to entirely fill the gap left by Undersecretary Estabrook, but no one knows his views better than I do. I can truthfully say that I have personal knowledge of every bargaining chip the Undersecretary planned to play, and I intend to keep the Secretary of State advised throughout the proceedings. Yes.
Ici Genève, les passagers direction Bâle sont priés de changer ici. This is Geneva. Passengers for Bâle, please change here. Qui Ginevra, Basilea, sono pregati di scendere qui. Hier Istingen, Passagiere Dina, Basel fahren, sollen hier umsteigen.
Jean-Paul, viens avec nous.
I see him too, kid.
Take off.
No.
Come on. Get it.
You're going after him,
Come
aren't you?
on. Come on.
I can't bear
Yeah,
it.
you can.
They're going to kill you this
Tighter.
time.
Get it tighter. That's good. That's good.
All right, you go on. I take care of myself.
Hey, I'm going to come out of this.
Maybe. And then tomorrow, the day after tomorrow. The pain, never knowing when, how you're going to walk out of my life again. Oh, I was so stupid not to remember.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I ever brought you into this. I'm sorry. just don't know any other way to be. I've got to go after him.
Runway 2A.
Things itch.
Subsection 12, paragraph E. I'm on page 10, everyone. Regarding the language here, we suggest the following change.
We already agreed. No changes in this section.
This is a change for clarity, not substance.
We are opposed to any change.
If you will just hear me out, I think you'll agree this simply makes the intention clearer for both sides. Please.
Very well.
And in place of standard verification period, we...
So where is Higby?
I'm not bringing him in until you guarantee his safety.
You're in no position to make any demands.
Well, we're down here running off the mouth. There's a Russian spy upstairs giving away our treaty.
You're through, Crawford. You're done, you understand? That's why don't you just tell us where he is and save everybody a lot of...
Merriman orchestrated the whole thing to save himself. What are you, sitting on your brain?
Wait, hit me!
Holy Crawford, just sit down. I got your message, Frank. I came as soon as I could. I suggest you hustle him away from Geneva as quickly as possible.
Hello, Walter.
You took a big chance, Buzzer. How'd you know Merriman would be there?
Well, I sent Merriman the note to show up. Figured you needed help.
I told him we'd be back soon.
Okay, just let me have a little break for a while. I've been in debriefing for 6 hours. That look on Merriman's face.
That's a picture I won't forget. Really came through, Buzzer.
Come on, I owe them. Oh, I can't seem to stay warm. Oh, thanks, kid. Oh, yeah. That's better. Feel better now.
I was thinking about the first time we met. Down at Longtian, remember? Field was socked in. It was 100 feet visibility. But a Mayo battalion was getting hammered up north. So you busted into the pilot's quarters. You said, okay, girls, who wants to die today? I thought, no spook's gonna talk to me like that. So we loaded down a T-28 with all the ordnance it could handle. Took off. 5 straight passes. Right over the BC encampment. You even dropped a mortar round out of the cockpit. When we got back to the field, we counted 78 holes in the fuselage. Buzzer. Just a walk in the park.
Welcome home.
Thanks.
Can I buy you a drink?
Maybe tomorrow. I've still got some unpacking to do.
Fine. Final report on that attempted hit at the baseball game. No trace of that fellow, I'm afraid. Analysts couldn't even come up with a decent theory.
C'est la guerre. Thanks for bringing it over.
I dropped a ball, Crawford. when you called in from Venice. It won't happen again.
I've got something for you. It's an unlisted account of a bank in Zurich.
Higby?
Yeah. He wanted you to have it.
See you in the office.
And now the news from Washington. Details are still sketchy, but State Department officials announced today that Walter Merriman, once acting under Secretary of State, will be formally charged with treason.
Our lead
Last
story
week,
tonight.
Merriman was
Walter
removed
Merriman,
from the Geneva
once
Summit
one of this
Conference.
country's highest defense officials, was convicted of treason today. Sentencing is scheduled for sometime next week. Merriman was found guilty
Walter
of
Merriman,
20
the
counts
Soviet
of
spy convicted of
espionage
treason,
and violation
begins serving his life sentence today without possibility of parole. An article in today's New York Times reports that Merriman was exposed by a U.S. intelligence agent who was working against orders. A State Department spokesman denied the report.
We're Steve Sill and Harry Carey back in St. Louis, and we're ready to play baseball. For the Cup, Martinez in center, Sandberg at second, Dawson in right, Durham at first, Palmero in left, Davis at catcher, Law in
After everything he's been through, it's nice to see the man can finally relax for once. Beer, baseball, and no one chasing him through an airport. So yeah, Intrigue surprised me in a good way. This one dodged a trap that kills a lot of spy thrillers. It didn't disappear up its own backside with a convoluted, impossible to follow plot stuffed with silly jargon and double crosses. The story stayed clean and grounded the whole way through. No world-ending stakes, no high-tech gadgets, just people, bad decisions, and shifting loyalties. It was more talk than trigger pulling, and that actually worked in its favour. The tension lived in conversations, not explosions. Scott Glenn did a convincing job playing the spy ordered to track down his old mentor trapped in enemy territory. The chemistry between him and Robert Loggia sold their history without spelling everything out. They both looked like guys who could disappear into a crowd, which made the espionage angle all the more believable. What really elevated it for me was the sheer span of locations. Starting in Brussels, then moving through Soviet bloc countries like Romania and former Yugoslavia. It was kind of wild seeing a made-for-TV movie actually shot across Europe like that. It gave the film texture and authenticity you rarely get at this level. On the downside, I thought the pacing was a tad slow at times and a few scenes lingered longer than they needed to, especially the romantic subplot stuff. If you were expecting momentum to constantly build, this one definitely took the long way around. Still, for a low-key Cold War spy story with solid performances, this one did more right than wrong. That's why I'm giving it 3.5 stars. Let me know what you thought. Did the slow burn work for you, or did you want more fireworks? Drop a comment, hit like, and subscribe for more 80s throwbacks. This is Holy Critic, signing out.